Hey, what's up, guys? This is Kay from Lunarlight Games. Thanks for joining me. Hello and welcome if you're new to the channel. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. And we're back again with more Diablo 3 Season 28. Well, this session's not really going to be too difficult. It's just a sure shot to the end here. All we have to do is grind a few gem levels and we'll complete the season. Most of the heavy lifting was done in previous sessions, so make sure you guys go ahead and check those out in the playlist on the channel if you haven't already. So let me go ahead and take a few moments to get set up and we'll get running. It is currently Thursday, and wow, is it a lovely afternoon outside. So some disappointing news for me. GameStop has not shipped out the new Tears of the Kingdom to me yet. I won't be getting that until maybe Saturday afternoonish. Probably Saturday afternoon, maybe evening at the latest. So, bit of a bummer for me. Not going to be able to take part in any of the launch day celebrations. We'll probably just have to watch people play or something along that line. Yeah, FedEx does not ship until... Well, I was hoping FedEx would have shipped way earlier, but that apparently isn't going to be delivered until Saturday. I think their distribution center was all the way over in Texas, so that's a little bit out of the way, considering I'm on the West Coast. So we're just going to have to be patient for just a little while longer. Oh, and hey, what's up, Seth? Still waiting on Amazon, huh? You also have Prime shipping, right? It usually, in the past, I never had any negative experience until... Ah, okay, never mind. That's probably why it's still taking a bit while longer to ship out. I have like a family plan with Amazon Prime, so, you know, one person subscribes and then we all take advantage and just use it to ship it out wherever we are.
Fate smiles on you today.
And it's never been much of an issue. It's a cheaper alternative to, not having to pay all at once for that. It's like $130 a year. But yeah, Prime shipping hasn't really been what it's used to be. Because they used to be pretty good with the whole 2-day shipping policy. And then nowadays it takes like 3 days. Unless it happens to be like a small item, then they're pretty good at getting that to you like within a day or two. Thankfully, Amazon has some pretty good deals every now and then if you're looking to buy games. I think just recently there was a whole $5 off gift card deal. Like if you spend $50 on a gift card, you get $5 free. Not a bad deal. I mean, free is free.
Still waiting.
Alright, so what are we doing today? So we are effectively done with the season. We just have to complete all the way up to level 70 for our gems, and then the only thing that we're still missing out on are a couple of nodes for the altar. Once we complete the altar, we'll be completely done with Season 28 and Diablo 3 for the foreseeable future. We'll probably come back when Season, what was it, 29 comes out, which will be the final season. And then who knows, depending on what kind of rewards there are available for later seasons, we'll probably drop in from time to time. For now, though, we're just trying to focus on getting all of this stuff done, and then we can download the, what was it, the beta for this weekend. So, since the beta arrives sooner than my copy of Tears of the Kingdom, we'll probably just be spending our time doing that until we can film that video and then try our hands on it. Not a huge issue, though. I'm perfectly willing to wait a few more days. Although I have to call in later today to see if my local GameStops are awarding that pre-order bonus for Tears of the Kingdom. I think there's like a wooden plaque that you can get if you'd pre-ordered the game, but GameStop being what it is, sometimes those pre-order bonuses never get delivered or offered. I think the last time I tried to get a pre-order bonus from GameStop, they simply didn't have it. I think it was... forgot which one it was. It had to do with some sort of physical item that they were offering. Oh wait, I think it had something to do with the tarot cards. Never mind, I remember what it is now. So the last time we tried to get pre-order bonuses from GameStop, it happened to be the Fire Emblem Engage tarot card set. Excuse me, the tarot card set. And those were being offered to those who had pre-ordered Fire Emblem Engage, but if you pre-ordered online, they were only offering it to...
If only they could see me now.
I think they were only offering it to people who had pre-ordered them in-store. So if you didn't do that and you got the pre-order online, you had to call up your local GameStop to see if they were even offering it. And turns out not a lot of them were offering it to online orders. They only had enough available for whoever pre-ordered at their local area. So I ended up missing out. Which was a huge bummer. You'd think they'd stock enough for anybody who had pre-ordered it, but nah, they just weren't offering it. So, you know, they got the sale and I got my item, but I had kind of wished they had given the item anyway. So yeah, probably gonna have to call them up and see if they're still giving it away. But if not, that's just GameStop being it is what it is. Bonuses like that don't really, they don't really, they're not really much of an issue for me, but I just do not like, when they offer something and then just do not give it to you at all. Okay, so let's see here. We got that completed. And none of these we can really use. So cross your fingers we'll be able to get some sort of primal weapon this session.
You look like you could use a new item of, indeterminate usefulness.
And we're still also looking for another puzzle ring.
I can't afford that.
We don't have enough materials for that, so this is going in the trash. Alright, so let's see here. Yeah, so we got another 8 more keystones and then we'll complete this. Am I going to quit D3 when I get D4? For the most part, we'll probably be playing this less and less.
Are you ready?
We're almost done with the season anyway, so probably we're going to play this less seriously. I'm not going to go for the whole leaderboard rank up or whatever thing, but as long as the new seasons are still offering new content, we'll go ahead and just run through them. But when it starts recycling content and rewards, that's probably when we stop doing any of it.
Your grave awaits.
I mean, I don't see why I should stop playing this, even though the newer version has come out. I still love this
Not
game.
ready yet.
These enemies defy all reason.
But if there's no new content being developed for the game and no new rewards, then yeah, there's very little incentive to keep playing. For now, though, I hope there are some fun changes made for the beta this time around. And at least it'll give us a chance to play through some different character classes. Like, there's 5 character classes and we've only played through 2, so
I'm just warming up.
let's give some of the more melee-focused classes a shot. You're gonna stick with D3? That's a good decision just as well. I mean, until we figure out how most of D4 is going to be run, there's no point in rushing off. If you haven't really gotten your fill of D3 yet.
You dare attack me? Need more time.
Older games aren't really they aren't really, well, how should I say this? They're still a fun source of entertainment. I mean, I still go back through some retro games. Yeah, I definitely can see how they're going to add
I am
some
so good. I astound
monetized
myself.
content. What I hope they never do is throw in loot boxes to get rolls for items.
The light grows stronger within you.
That would be incredibly bad. Yeah, after tossing in a bunch of points into Vitality, it's pretty easy to tank hits. I think that plays heavily into the shield. Because the better my Vitality is,
I am unstoppable.
the better the shield can absorb hits, so that can really protect us. Like, I'm not really seeing much damage coming from those projectiles.
Your
You know, like in the
defenses
past,
are nothing.
this played almost like a shoot 'em up where one hit equaled a death. Now it seems like nothing can bother us anymore. Even though we've been running
Didn't see that coming, did
the same difficulty level for the past 3-4 sessions already.
The Rift Guardian is here.
Just 1 second remaining. Alright, so 5 levels. Getting pretty close. So if we don't screw up, it's going to take a perfect run here,
I am returning.
and maybe 2 or 3 runs for the other one. And then we're going to get that shiny new gold dragon. Cool stuff. Ancients seem to be hard to come by. I haven't really seen a good ancient for any of these items. Only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, no, we've gotten a few, but nothing really to brag about.
A glorious development.
Yeah, so we've gotten points in nearly everything. Yeah, practically everything. And we've been throwing all of our extra points into Vitality to increase our tankiness. I wonder, let's try boosting up the level. We're at 95, so yeah, 95. Let's go to 100.
Prove your...
I wonder how well this can perform. Still doing pretty good. I think we have a good chance at hitting 125. Crap, took away my shield there.
If only they could see me now.
Not too bad. Now I really have to be on the lookout for bigger mobs so we can toss out Black Hole. In the past we didn't really use Black Hole all that often because mobs died in one hit. Real handy tip whenever it comes to those pylons. Make sure you touch them and then run away. Otherwise you'll just get surrounded and get one-shotted by
I am so good.
the
I
champion.
astound myself.
Can't get too close there.
Prepare for a long fight.
Also forgot about that thing. I wonder how high I can get on an Echoing Nightmare run. Well, we can always hope. Yeah, I have a set of Nemesis bracers for my follower. Those are really handy if you're looking to encounter more champions. Or if you're looking to try to farm more drops. Crap. It's hard to see that pack down there.
Me?
Yeah, so whenever those champions spawn in, they can always drop more orbs to help speed up the bar. That's primarily why we have them on our follower. They emanate, so you can have the ability without having to sacrifice the bracer slot.
Nicely done.
I think the exit is over in this direction.
If only they could see me now.
No, unfortunately not. I haven't really seen any rainbow goblins lately, so I don't know if we'll ever be able to get them.
Didn't see that coming.
I think it's just my luck. I'll probably be like one of the vast number of other players who have never gotten those wings. Not for lack of trying, but just the RNG. Yeah, I've done a round of bounties before and they just never show up.
I am so good. I astound myself.
And even in the last 3 years since I've been playing, never really got them.
Need more time.
I mean, you'd think in 3 years worth of playing through seasons, I'd probably end up getting them in some random
Coming, did you?
encounter, but nope. I think the game just hates
The
me.
Rift Guardian has found a worthy opponent.
Okay, so level 100 isn't so bad. That lonely guy over there is going, and gone.
I'm here to help.
So Deathless on 100 isn't so bad. Let's keep pushing it. Okay, there we go. That's level 70. Now we just need to get one more gem up to level 70 and we'll be done with this season.
Well done. The light grows stronger within you.
I'm not really seeing much challenge with killing enemies, so we'll keep boosting up our vitality so we don't have to die so often. So, anything good here? No, no. This one's alright, but it's not an ancient. I should really work on my follower. He needs better gear, but... I mean, he seems to be alright with what we have so far. Yeah, resist all does help with damage mitigation. Ideally, you'd use that with maybe... I think the monk. That class benefits more from resist all. Alright, so we've played 100. Let's push it up a notch. 105. Yeah, 105. Let's try this out. Sweet, we got one of the best maps. Along with some of the worst enemies.
Still waiting.
Oops, crap. Always remember to turn on your backup abilities. This won't be so bad.
I am so good. I astound myself.
We'll rip these
Need more time.
shreds.
So the highest level I've ever completed was around 130 something. I've never really been able to go above 131 or
Not
so.
ready yet.
At least solo anyway. Sweet.
How does that feel?
Yeah, so at this point I think we need more gem levels. Or better equipment. Our damage output is not so high anymore. But it's all well and good. We're still making good time.
I am unstoppable.
As long as we're able to complete these in 15 minutes, we'll be fine. Doesn't matter if we have 10 minutes on the counter or 3 minutes. So long as we get it done.
Didn't see that coming, did you? Still waiting.
Those random meteors are lifesavers. Especially when the delay kind of screws us up. And the more mobile enemies get too close. Crap. We gotta start teleporting more often now.
Your defenses are nothing.
The black hole isn't really used for damage. It's got a special effect where the more enemies it draws in, it increases our cold damage. And since the meteors are cold damage based, The more enemies that we can draw in with a black hole, the better our meteors will perform. That's mainly why we use them.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
So if you can find a big mob with a substantial amount of enemies, you can draw them in, get that boost on your meteors, and then you can take out the rest. Like if you look at the bottom left over where it says R2, notice how when I use it right now, there's like a number 4 right over there. That tallies up how many enemies it drew in, and that's how much of a damage boost it'll do to my cold base damage spells.
The Rift Guardian has arrived.
Alright, let's hold this guy down. Sweet. Got that done in 5 minutes, too.
Yes.
Alright, so let's keep going with this. Let's see, at worst we have probably
I am returning to town.
3 or 4 runs to do.
Well,
The light grows
Alright, so at this point, I don't think we have to worry so much about vitality. We'll round this up to 75. And we'll stick in the rest to intelligence.
stronger within you.
That'll help us out with damage dealing. As for these... Sweet. These might be handy. More health, huh? Health isn't really a thing here, so... You know what? We'll give it to him anyway. He can't die, so... Doesn't really matter there. And as for these, he can take these. And... Shoot.
A good choice.
Do we have any good helmets? This one might be okay. No, no. What's a good ability for him? This one might be okay. Since we have enough room, let's go ahead and pull out all of these. Let's figure out which one we can give to him. Okay, there we go. Probably it's going to be this one, though. We don't need more gems at the moment. So yeah, we're going to give him this. That way he can keep charming undead enemies. Alrighty then, so let's go ahead and trash everything. I don't see anything good here. Alright, so after having done that,
Such a brave soul. What?
we still need an ancient puzzle ring.
I've seen better. What? I didn't even know I had that thing. Don't
That is
forget,
too
luck
expensive.
Always.
Great. Still haven't gotten one. We'll have to wait until later. So we've done 105. Let's try going for 110.
Are you strong?
Sweet, another good map. This one's not so bad either. Thankfully, we lucked out with our map selection. So 115, 110. Things don't really get impossible until you reach about 125. At which point it becomes really tough to jump through the upper levels. And like I said, the highest I've ever gotten to was around 131.
By all reason.
At which point it took way too much work to get any higher than that. As a solo player, anyway. Maybe if you had a decent crew, you could probably jump even higher than that. These randos. Thankfully, we're tanky enough to the point where we don't have to worry about getting hit. Although I'm pretty sure if we ever get hit, that's the end for us. Yeah, it is really handy.
How does that feel?
I hope we keep leveling up, though. We could probably hit 1,000. Let's see, can we hit this in 5 minutes? Never mind. We don't have to worry about that anymore. So with the shield, we can play to our heart's desire. We can play more risky now.
Not ready yet.
Don't have to run nearly as much. But you really have to keep an eye on that
Only they can
meter.
see me now.
Yeah, like I said, we can play way more risky. Where's that gold enemy?
Need more time.
I think we got another 30 to 40 seconds on the meter.
Wait.
Alright, so we've covered that section. Oh, and hey, another pylon. Got about 25 seconds left on the meter.
Now. I become more powerful.
5 seconds. Alright, so there goes the shield. We're gonna run in a complete circle. Try to gather as many of these enemies.
You dare attack me?
The Rift Guardian has
Sweet.
found you.
And that's how you do a one map run.
You have
And that is level 110, I think.
hello.
Super, super lucky on that map roll. So yeah, there goes that conquest. Actually, no, that's not a conquest, is it? No, never mind, it is. So we completed 3 conquests this season.
I need
Pretty nice. All we have to do is just get 5 more gem ranks. And we are done with this season.
The ancient
nicely done.
So yeah, once more. 2 in here. And 3 in there. We can split the points. And that is almost it. We're almost done here. These are all going in the trash.
Don't be shy. Can't
Man, do I miss the angelic crucibles from last season.
That is too expensive.
You could use those angelic crucibles for primal puzzle rings whenever. Let's see, petrified scream. How many do we have anyway? Just 2? Those haven't really been dropping lately.
anything could happen.
Alright, so do we have enough? Yeah, we sure do. So I'm going to roll this back to 95 real quick, just so we can get a guaranteed +5 rolls. So we don't have to worry too much about difficulty here. We just need to complete the gem.
brave.
Still waiting.
Crap. These toxic clouds. That's going to slow us down just a bit. Gotta make sure we don't just accidentally walk into a cloud and die. So what this means is that we'll probably have to take a more measured approach.
I am so good. I astound myself.
We can't be rushing just headlong into those clouds. Not if we want to do another set of Greater Rift runs.
What a monstrous creature!
You know, in comparison to Diablo 4, I'm not a big fan of having to take this slow and methodical approach. In Diablo 4, it's a little bit different, so I can understand the slower approach. But this one, faster is better. Diablo 4 is balanced way better towards slow play, so it's not so bad.
I am unstoppable. Need more time.
That is a dead end. I hope we don't get sniped. Those archers look like trouble.
How does that feel?
As well as these enemies. Wow, there's so many poison clouds here.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
Yeah, so a change that D4 made to the gameplay, I really love that it's much more possible to dodge projectiles. The slower game speed really lends itself to more defensive gameplay.
How does that feel?
Like you can kite, you can defend a hallway, you can post up in narrow corridors. You can do all of that without having to worry about enemies just ignoring your approach. Like in this one, if you're not being careful, enemies will just charge right at you and there is no way you can deal with it. You can't dodge. Some classes are able to outright negate damage, but that's only a band-aid. It doesn't really address the real problem, which is defensive options.
Our opponents may be strong, but I will not stand down.
Essentially, you play this game almost as if you're playing a shoot 'em up.
I am unstoppable.
Which is try to be as mobile as possible.
I must heal.
See, like that? Just for a moment, if you're not looking carefully, you just stumble into a trap, and that's an insta-kill. But thankfully, we have a cheat death option with our... Oh, sweet. There's a shield.
Still waiting.
Yeah, we have a cheap death option with our followers, so if you have that enabled and you're about to die,
I am unstoppable.
well, that gives you a second chance. Alright, so we've gone over the 5-minute mark. Where's the exit? Felt like I look over there and then the exit's been staring at me in the face. Alright, just a moment more and we're going to be done. Just gotta try not to die here. Crap.
You dare attack me?
Too many enemies at the bottom left and I can't see or aim. Maybe if we try going this way.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
Crap. Poison clouds. almost everywhere. Can we make it?
The Rift God.
Stay still, please. There we go. That is it. That's pretty much the end of the season's journey. All we got to do is just pump this up to 70 and... Alright, here's the last one. Bam. That is it for Season 28.
I am returning to town.
That was
Excellent.
very anticlimactic. But yeah, that's the end of this tier. We got most of the rewards for the season. Let's check out the new pet. Where is he? Here we go, Tinian the Tiny. Sweet. And then also our new portraits. Where is it? Here we go, Primal Hunter. And what was the other? Oh, it's a scroll. So where is it? The scroll looking one. Here we go, the Guardian. Pretty nifty. We've completed it pretty much all of Season 28. Got our new dragon follower, or pet. And all that's left for us to do is complete this altar. Alright, so just to recap. We've done all of Season 28's requirements. Got all the rewards and everything. And so we're gonna go from that high point over to the altar. We still have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more nodes, and we need 2 more primals for the potion ability. 7 nodes. Cool. Oh man. So this is where the difficult part starts. We need to keep farming for items to roll for the altar.
Are you ready? That's too bad.
And in order to get this last part,
Steal.
or
That is too
should I say the
expensive.
next part, done, we need... Oh, sweet, never mind. We already have one. How did I overlook that? Alright, so we can sacrifice these set of items for another node. Which one do we want, though? All of these are pet abilities. We don't really need those. I'm going to unlock this one. Cool. So the next one is going to be very easy. We just need to farm out 500 Death's Breath. We can do that by farming bounties. We should have gotten this one, though. Crap. Had I known that, we'd probably sacrifice for this one. That way we can get double the Death's Breath. And then farming out 500 of them wouldn't take so long. Oh well, you live and you learn. Yeah, this next node is going to be a freebie. I wish we could have used that puzzle ring, but those are the breaks. Do we have a better Squirt's necklace? No, not really. That one's not worth trading over. So we'll toss everything in the trash. Alright, so just when you thought the fun was going to end, we still have more to do. The season is completed. We've done all the requirements for the season. We've also done 3 conquests. Okay, we got this one. Let's see. Wow. At least 60,000 players have, well, nearly 60,000 players have gotten this conquest completed. Those are a lot of players. Not a lot of people have done this one, though. Yeah, so I have a guy in my friend list that actually completed this one. I still have yet to actually do that one. It feels damn near impossible to do on console. But anyways, I guess what we're going to do for the remainder of our time is work on the altar, which we can do so by just doing bounties, so I hope you're in for the grind.
If only they could see me now.
We could also do regular rift runs. That'll help just as well. But we need more materials for other things too, so this will work out just as well. In fact, I need to look up the next set of requirements for the altar. Well, it feels like a load off my back now that we've done everything that we need to for the season. And now all we need to do is just finish up the altar and we'll get those wings. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be all that bad though. Aside from trying to get more primal weapons. That is always going to be the main issue. Because no matter what you do, well, maybe if you had a large enough group, you might be able to charge straight through and grab the primals at a higher drop rate with more partners. So let's see here. I think we'll have a better and easier time with getting Death's Breath through regular rifts. I know I said I was going to do bounties, but that seemed far more far more of a grind. Alright, so long as we're encountering elites and champions, we won't have too hard of a time here.
I'm just warming up.
Yeah, so at least Death's Breath are dropping at a reasonable rate here.
Your grave awaits.
But really, 500? Do we really need that many? It seems like such an arbitrary number. Why not cap it around 100 or 200? But 500? Might as well be asking for 1,000.
I am unstoppable.
Hopefully we get that set of primal weapons sooner rather than later. Cross your fingers. There is no guarantee.
I'm just warming up.
And I think there are a few other things we have to do later anyway. Alright, so even though we completed the rift, we're going to ignore going back. There are still tons and tons of enemies here to farm. You pretty much know the drill here. Shoot. There's a whole bunch of space over here that we didn't explore. So if any of you guys are watching this on YouTube later on,
Didn't see that coming, did you?
feel free to head on over to our Twitter page. We are currently running
The world is safer
a
now.
giveaway for a number of games and some codes for some other stuff like a Brawlhalla code and a Pokemon Lechonk code. It's an extra that I picked up from GameStop a couple weeks back. And I can't really use more than one per save unless I want to create a third save and use it myself, but to me that's a little overkill. I don't need that many.
Not ready yet.
So if you guys are interested, make sure you guys check out the pin post and join the giveaway. Are there no other elites around here? Maybe we wipe them all out.
Still waiting.
Let's go on to the next map and see if there's any significant change. If not, we'll reset. So completing a season isn't terribly difficult as long as you
I am
know
so good. I astound myself.
from the start what classes you're going to be rolling. Yeah, it's always a good thing to
Didn't see
complete
that
all
coming, did you?
the levels in the Rift if you're looking for gear and loot. It's probably the second or third best way to get some really good drops.
There, a worthy foe.
How does that feel?
Though I've seen some people that were able to complete regular rifts in like 30 seconds. I still, to this day, have no idea how they're able to create a build that quick. Sounds like a goblin over there.
I'm just warming up.
You know, I never really understood what the difference was between the orange and the regular gold-colored goblin was. Maybe they have a higher chance to
Didn't see
drop
that coming,
legendaries?
did you?
Yeah, I've thought that one time too, but I think one person that I looked up, he wasn't really hacking.
My
He was
bags are
just
full. I am returning to
he was
town.
just running a really broken build. Because I looked at all his stats and all of his attempts at completing greater rifts, and he didn't seem to be doing any much better than other people had done. Like he wasn't using hacked equipment or anything like that. So, however way he was able to create such a quick class, I have no idea. I'm pretty sure there's a guide out there that can probably teach you how to, but that's beyond the scope of my ability. How are we doing with materials? 78, huh? Alright, so I think we're just gonna reset and restart this. I feel like we get way more elites if we start from a fresh run. Because the second level back there wasn't really doing so well for us. I wasn't seeing nearly as many blues and yellows as before.
Brave.
Sweet, right off the bat. You can't get luckier than that. Except for maybe a shield pylon, I guess. The channeling pylon is okay too, but we don't really need it for this class.
You dare attack me?
Yeah, the best thing for us to do is probably just to complete the rift and back out.
If only they could see me now.
because we're getting way better enemy density from doing fresh runs.
I need healing.
And that, folks, is why you touch the pylon or the shrine and then teleport away.
I'm just warming up.
This is very nice. We're getting all of these Death's Breath drops pretty quickly. Now, if only the map roll was better. Not really a big fan of this one.
I am so good. I astound myself.
This one's only mildly better. So for this run, how many did we get? I want to say 40 to 50 is a good number.
Well, unimaginable.
Which means we'll probably have to do 10 runs in total before we can get the next node.
By all that is holy, do you see that?
Thank you. We're not going to avoid any treasure chests because we still need a primal. And if we can get as lucky as last time, we can get them from ordinary chests like these.
Need more time.
We just need a bit of luck.
Your defenses are nothing.
Alrighty, so let's see here.
Your grave awaits.
You know, it'd be really tempting to use those Death's Breath we've gathered up to roll for more puzzle rings.
The Rift Guardian has found.
But I think we'll save that for later. And where do they keep coming from? Right, so this is one of the high density maps.
I need to go back.
We don't need to stay here any longer. How are we doing here? 119, so yeah, that checks out. Somewhere around 40. These can all go.
Impressed.
Yeah, so if we were to upgrade something, we'd have to sacrifice 25 of them. That is totally against what we're trying to go for. Alright, so let me see here.
Fortune favors the bold. What? I didn't even
Puzzle
know I
ring,
had that
please.
thing.
I can't afford that.
Nope.
Prove your...
I'd probably open up the lobby to let other players join in along with this, but since we're only trying to get Death's Breath, we're probably going to not do that. Sometimes players have a tendency to go off and do their own thing, and then
I am so good. I astound myself.
they kind of interfere with the pace of getting these drops. So we'll leave that for another time if we're trying to do more bounties.
If only they could see me now.
So have any of you looked at the reviews for Tears of the Kingdom? I think I took a glance earlier and I noticed practically everybody was giving it 10 out of 10.
Dare attack me?
About nearly as high as Breath of the Wild, which is crazy to me. Is it really that good? But who knows?
Your grave awaits.
I really need to get my own hands-on time with it. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Personally, I have a bunch of friends that don't really play on any other system but PC. And surprise, surprise, PC is the one system that I don't really use for gaming. I'll play on a PS4, PS5, 3DS, Switch. Hell, I'd even play games on an Xbox if I had one. But PC, no.
I'm just warming
To me, that's not something that really appeals to me. It feels too much like work, you know? Let's see. It's also amusing to me because the last time Breath of the Wild came out,
I am unstoppable.
there was a brand new PlayStation game called Horizon Forbidden West that came out at nearly the same time and then got drowned out by the Zelda hype. And practically the same thing happened here too. You got DLC from Horizon Forbidden West, and it's getting drowned out by more Zelda hype. And not to mention the other time when Horizon Forbidden West came out and
Nothing.
a game that was very much like
The
Zelda
Rift Guardian has arrived.
drowned it out as well.
I need healing.
That game was Elden Ring.
Not
Oh, where are
ready
you
yet.
coming from? Alright, so that is another dungeon. How are we doing? 40? Shoot. That's less than 40. Oh, man. So we need around 350. That's going to be a number of more runs. Oh well, we got time. Man, what do you know? I just took a look over at GameStop and somebody actually got the wooden plaque from GameStop for the Breath of the Wild pre-order. Looks pretty solid. Alright, so I think I'm going to go ahead and play through a couple more runs and then I need to get off and call GameStop and see if they're giving these out or not. GameStop in my area doesn't open until 12, so it's about 2 p.m. here. I think that's more than enough time for them to start answering questions, and they'll likely have gotten all their shipments in, so we can hit them up and see what's up.
You look like you could use a new item of, do come back again.
That is too expensive.
$350 materials.
I wish you luck.
This could be worse. I've played more grindy games like... Oh, sweet. A goblin. Damn it. I thought it was going to be a rainbow goblin. There are specific maps that will drop a rainbow goblin. But
Only they could see me
Nephilim
now.
Rifts usually aren't one of them. Though I seem to remember one of them dropped a portal into the vault. Maybe I'm misremembering.
I am unstoppable.
Is that all?
To me, it feels like whenever I'm running like a multiplayer lobby, people always seem to be able to get it to drop, and then I end up missing out because I never noticed there's a rainbow
Worthy
portal.
foe.
If only they could see me now.
And so that's one downside to having a group full of random nobodies that don't really communicate, and then they tend to profit off your lobby.
I'll be telling stories about that.
I mean, it's not like a major issue,
Still
but
waiting.
it would be nice if they would, post a heads up.
You dare attack me?
Alright, so
you.
You know, one benefit that I'll give to PC players, it's really handy to have two screens to look at, two monitors,
Need more
and
time.
having the ability to control both of them. Even though I have a second screen here, it's just a basic iPad, so if I want to control the second screen, I have to take my hands off the controller. Not very convenient, but
Not ready yet.
those are the perks that you can enjoy when you're playing a different system.
You dare attack me?
Come on. I'm still hoping for a primal. At this rate, we might as well go in and do the higher GR runs in order to get them.
If only they could see me now.
Primals seem to drop way more frequently when you're playing a higher level Greater Rift.
Need more time.
Not so much here, though.
I am unstoppable.
You know, having gotten all the pets, I kind of miss the old pet goblins or whatever they're called.
The Rift Guardian.
Those things have since lost their luster. Because I've gotten all the pets to drop, they don't really drop anything else.
I need to go back.
You have
183. Let's make it an even 200 and then we can take a break. Wow. I didn't notice we'd been playing for about an hour and a half. Feels like we spent way less time.
Fortune favors the bold. What a steal.
I can't afford that.
No puzzle rings. So let's see here. Wow, so someone was already able to get all of the pre-order bonuses for... Actually, what the hell? Oh, never mind. This guy bought stuff from Best Buy. That's why he had the art print. And let's see here. Yeah, already people are celebrating the release. Makes me feel so jealous. Anyways, let's refocus back on this.
Are you ready?
Yeah, so that node
Our
that would have
opponents may be
doubled
strong,
our
but I will not stand
Death's
down.
Breath would have been a great addition. We could have bypassed this section quite handily.
You dare attack me?
Instead, now we're stuck farming the long way. This is obviously something that would be better spent with friends, or maybe a team. At least that way you can work together.
I am unstoppable.
So I think we've gotten to the point where T16 is a joke.
You dare attack me?
Other than some free hits, I don't seem to be dying as often as I used to. Like almost
I am
everything
unstoppable.
killed this character in one hit before. And now we're playing on this difficulty like
Still
as
waiting.
if it was easy mode. We still have to watch out
The
for those
Rift
poison pools
Guardian
though.
has arrived.
That was over fairly quickly. Let's do another one.
Returning to town.
I grant.
Yeah, thanks to all that vitality, we've gotten to a point where we don't have to worry about getting hit. So the main issue now is just trying to increase our damage, which we can do by slotting more into intelligence. And then once we start getting to a point where we're dying again, we can just increase vitality. Okay, so yeah, final run.
Many nothing.
Let's make this a good one. So the time to completion for this season was
How does that feel?
about on par with the previous couple of seasons. It took about 10 sessions worth of gameplay. So that's about standard for me.
Not ready yet.
About maybe 20 hours worth of gameplay. Although with the altar, that might be a little bit more. Oh crap. Gotta watch out for groups like those. So about 20 hours worth of gameplay is split over about... When did this season begin again? Around like February or March? So it's been about 2 months. 2 or 3 months, I think. So that's perfectly doable for anybody with busy schedules. I mean, if you have enough time to watch a 2-hour movie once a week, then you'll have plenty of time in order to complete the season. In case you thought it would be too difficult for you to do. The drops aren't nearly that bad, and as long as you're focused on your build and you have a handy guide at your side, then even with a busy life, you don't really have to worry too much about not being able to do everything. I think outside of the speed runs, though, the most challenging bit is just trying to get a good character roll and then figuring out which set dungeon you want to run with. Because there are some incredibly slow classes that may or may not be speedrunner friendly. Like the Necromancer for one, and even...
Need more time.
Yeah, actually no, I think it's just the Necromancer that has trouble with speeding around the map.
Your defenses are nothing.
Because I think it's the only class that doesn't really have a viable teleport. So you may or may not have more issues when it comes to trying to do the speedrun conquests. There we go, there's another pylon. Oh, that's scary quick. That meteor just instantly appeared once we grabbed the pylon. Yeah, so I don't know if I mentioned this before, but playing this game on systems that don't run with an SSD, the loading is damn... it's damn near impossible to wait for. It's one of those quality of life changes that once you've experienced it, it's hard to go back. Like, load times for the Switch will take around 15 to 30 seconds for a level to load up, like the maps.
The Rift Guardian has found you.
Whereas maps for this game will load up within a second or two on the PlayStation 5. It really is that quick.
Your skill.
And after having experienced that on the PS5, I can't really go back to the Switch and play it. Alright, so that's going to be it for this session. I'm going to go take care of some errands, and we'll probably be back later this evening. Gotta make sure we take care of our stuff here before we exit out, otherwise the game just won't save. So just to recap, we have completed all of the tiers for the season, and we got all the rewards. But now, after having completed the season, we have to move on to the rest of the Altar of Rites. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 nodes plus the potion ability that we have to complete. The potion ability has its own set of requirements. You need 3 sets of primordial ashes. 3 sets meaning 3 primal weapons that you have to salvage for primordial ashes. Man, that's a mouthful. Primordial ashes and primal weapons, or primal gear. Primal gear gives you primordial ashes. Each sacrifice of a primal piece of gear gives you 55 primordial ashes, and you need a total of 165. So 55 times 3, that's 165. And already we've unlocked 2 of these, so we have just 1 more potion ability to get through. And then whatever requirements are needed for all of the rest of the 6 nodes. So not too bad. We're making good progress. And as soon as we complete this altar, we can get the final reward, which is a nice pair of wings. I don't know if you've had the chance to see them, but they look awesome. Let me see if I can find them there. It doesn't seem to be showing up. Oh well. I'll show it to you guys whenever I get them. All these other armor sets, though, these are all old. Anyways, that's going to be it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this. If you're on YouTube, please like the video. It really helps us out when you guys do that, and it helps get our videos across a broader set of audiences. So make sure you guys do that. Share the video out wherever you guys can, and drop a comment down in the section below. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe if you guys haven't already, and if you missed out on any of the previous play sessions, check out our playlist over on the channel. Or if you're interested in any of the other games we play, we have playlists set up for those as well. If you're over on Twitter, follow us at twitter.com/LunarlightGames. Over there we run deals, discounts, as well as news stories about the gaming world, as well as the odd giveaway we have from time to time. We are currently giving away 1 Prime Gaming code, a Brawlhalla code, and a code for Lechonk from GameStop's recent, Pokemon code distribution, I think. That has since ended, but the code is still valid until June, so make sure you guys head on over to our channel, or should I say page, and check out the posts over there. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by dropping a donation over at paypal.me/LunarlightGames. The links are down in the description below, so check those out. But if you don't have $1 to donate, don't worry about it. Feel free to continue viewing our videos and make sure you guys stay subscribed. Follow us over at twitch.tv/LunarlightGames and hit the notification bell across all of our platforms to get updates as soon as they're made available. That is going to be it for this session, and that is primarily all the content that we'll be producing for Season 28's journey. But the altar we will still be trying to complete that. So don't take that as, this series is coming into an end. We still have postseason content. So postseason content meaning all of our efforts to try to complete the Altar of Rites. So we will be back for more. But tune in this weekend for more Diablo 4 open beta gameplay. We'll be playing through that maybe on Friday or Saturday, depending on when the servers open up and whenever we can get into the beta. Sometimes the first day is arguably the worst day to get into the beta because there are just simply too many players hogging up slots in the server, and that just means we won't be able to get in. It's pretty much like an MMO, really. But until next time, until the next video, I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys take care. See you guys again sometime very soon.